Now we have Jingliang versus what's his name? Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos. Now, Zaleski dos Santos is a finisher. This guy finishes fights. Similar to the way Kai Kara France, when you watch him, you kind of think this guy's a violent man in a violent man's game. That's what Zaleski dos Santos is. I think he has like some sort of. I think he's got like a 7 fight win streak, and I think a lot of them are first round finishes. Um, but he's a vicious striker. He knocks people out with a flying knee. He's a diverse striker. His kicks are good. Um, but make no mistake, this guy is a knockout artist. Now, one thing that I think differentiates him between Vincente Luque is his last fight. He fought Curtis Millender. Um, Curtis Millender is one of those people coming into MMA who lacks a wrestling game, who lacks a jiu-jitsu game. And Dos Santos went into the fight and just said, I'm going to take you down and submit you. And he did. I think it was in the first round. He has an intelligent game plan to complement his vicious striking. And he is a capable wrestler. He is a capable jiu-jitsu practitioner. And he will be a name that after this fight, you'll see him on a bigger card or like a headlining or co-main event in like a Milwaukee card or something. This guy's good. So Li Lingjiang, the first thing I want to say about him is he executed the worst eye gouge I've ever seen in my entire life. He fought Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews had him in like a guillotine. I think it was actually one of those guillotines, one of those pull guard guillotines. And he couldn't get out of it, and his innate reaction was to dig his fingers into Jake Matthews' eyes until Jake Matthews decided, oh my God, I'm going to release this choke. Now, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. The ref was right there, saw it, and after everything happened, he gave Li Jingliang a warning. He gave him a warning. Point blank, seeing fingers in the eyes, release like that. I forget his name, but he gave him a warning. Don't worry, you got a warning for that. Now there is an element of like that guy's not going to tap, so he's going to do anything to get out of it, which I can appreciate. He ended up losing that fight. Now, Jingliang, his skill set is standing and striking. He doesn't necessarily have a tremendous wrestling game. His jiu-jitsu, I don't believe, is like a threat to anyone. But he is tough. He was durable. And he will stand in the pocket and swing. And he's very capable of knocking Zaleski dos Santos out in this fight. There's a reason why he's the co-main event in UFC Shenzhen, because he is a very capable striker. Now, I don't think he's going to win this fight. I think Zaleski dos Santos is going to come out, attempt to take him down, and as any fighter should, what is the path of least resistance to a victory? And I think Dos Santos thinks that very well. I think Dos Santos believes, as he should, that the path of least resistance in this fight is taking him down and seeing how he works off of his back. And I think we're going to see that. Or I think we're going to see Li Jiang on his back in this fight. And if he's not, he still has the advantage on the feet. This guy is a vicious striker, and he's diverse. He's more diverse than Li Jiang. He uses his kicks a lot more. He will tie him a flying knee. And that's hard. That's very hard to defend compared to Li Jiang, who wants to just walk you down and hit you with his hands. I think the odds for this are like Dos Santos minus 300, Jingliang plus 270 or something. I'm not betting this. It's tough for me to bet on an underdog no matter what odds they are if I don't think he has an advantage, he or she has the advantage in the fight. Like, I don't think Li Jiang has an advantage anywhere in this fight. So I would just be betting an underdog to try and get lucky and hope I get lucky, and I don't like to do that. And also, I think at like minus 300 is probably a tough spot to put your money on this Dos Santos guy because he can get knocked out. This is MMA. Jingliang is going to be a game fighter, and anyone can get knocked out. So I'm just gonna watch this. I really like this Zaleski Dos Santos guy, and honestly, if you believe in karma, I don't. But if you do, you would kind of hope that Li Jiang, loses, let's say, in his homeland after that vicious eye gouge that he got a warning for. The ref warned him for it. I don't think he hasn't done it again. But I'm rooting for Zaleski Dos Santos in this one, but I don't think it's worth any sort of betting wager. And I do think Zaleski Dos Santos will knock him out. I think he actually might submit him. I don't know, first or second round.